What's up, YouTube? It's your baby DeezyOnThaTrack, man, back again with another Detroit Producer Reacts video. And today we're going to be reacting to somebody who influences me a lot, actually, in terms of my beat making and how I really use my basses and kicks. And that person is Metro Boomin. Even though he does do a lot of Atlanta trap music beats, a lot of his styles and what he uses to get his kicks and his bass overlays with his sound, a lot of that influenced my style when I first started making beats, and I still use some of his tips and tricks today. So let's go head on over and check that out and see what Metro talking about, man.
Metro Boomin. I'm in my studio right now in Los Angeles, and I'm gonna show you on my razor blade how I tune my 808s and lay my bass lines out.
I love how all that equipment is in there. He only using his laptop. So let's check out what he's talking about.
I want to talk about how important it is, keeping your 808s in certain keys. Of course, you can have them in whatever key you want, but the 808 is basically, it's an instrument itself. So it's better for you to keep it in key with the rest of your beat. It flows better, it sounds better, it doesn't sound out of place. And
that is something I have noticed with a lot of producers and young producers, mistakes that they make. They use the wrong key of the 808. So they'll have a hard slapping 808 underneath their melody, but it's not even in the right key. So it's just all over the place. It's not even flowing with the song. It's not making sense. And it's just to make the hardest song ever. But in terms of the quality, you're going to get a lot of clashing in notes because, like he's saying, it's an instrument. It's supposed to be used like an instrument. It's not just a drum and not just a bass.
Random, it's smooth, it's music. Here's my 808.
Now in Fruity Loops, you can control the length of the 808s. So it's only like that, but in like Personas, the way I use it, you have to like drag it out to make it stay as long. So it's just based on how it's set. This is a different setup on DAWs. Smooth.
So you basically get the picture with that. I use a lot of sounds and like a broad range of things in my beats, but a lot of the little like main go-tos, just quick stuff that I already know in my brain where they are in Nexus. I've really used Nexus since I started making beats. I really don't tell anybody too much anything I do. Yeah. I like to be real, I'm real secretive.
You can't give away all the sauce, but on this channel you're gonna get a little bit of the sauce, but not all the sauce, you know what I'm saying? But Nexus, Electra X, man, all of those got great sounds. Check those out. Also,
this bass line that I used in this beat,
a lot of other ones too.
I pretty much use it a lot in a lot of my beats. I Won by Future and Kanye West. I Won, Skyfall by Travis Scott. A lot of various songs. I just love the way it sounds. I love the tone of it. I'm gonna give you guys that one. That's out of Nexus. Over here in the Dance Volume 1 expansion pack. It's called Prid's Sidechain Bass.
Okay.
That's really like my go-to bass.
I'm about to check out getting my Nexus bag again real quick.
Now my beats, I usually love having points where like a bass line will break down. So I have that here in this beat. I like to switch.
So he's saying to switch between 808 bass lines and synth bass lines to create contrast.
Back and forth.
So basically just switching it up a little bit, so that way it's not keeping it the same. Especially with Detroit type beats, the beats are pretty simple, but it's good to switch it up so that way you keep them on their toes, especially in the club, man. You can have everybody dancing. You definitely want to switch it up.
I actually have a synth following the same lead as the bass line.
And see how he was saying he had the synth following the bass line, so that way, it makes sense. Not the bass is just all over the place and it's not making sense. You know what I'm saying? Everything makes sense. Yeah, his 808s always go crazy. And they always make sense, and he's not putting the kick everywhere in there too, so it's not.
Now, if you really listen, you can notice the 808, the tail of it has spilled over into the sub and like create like a wobbly, like distortion and noise. I don't know if you can really hear it. Let me play it one more time.
I hear it.
It it doesn't really start on point.
Yeah.
So to fix that, what I always do, and I've done since the beginning of me making beats, whatever the bass line's on, or the 808, vice versa, whatever, the cut, if you go over here on to your plugin, click the miscellaneous tab, and whatever it's cut by, so this says cut 5x5, I go over to the 808. This is on 16x16, so I just match that and put it 5x5, and it'll cut exactly when the next thing plays. So as soon as the bass line plays, the 808 will just completely shut down, and it'll just be
That's
nice
pretty
and
hard.
clean.
So for all my FL users, you see what he did there. He went to miscellaneous on the sound, and he cut it off. And then, you know, some people, they side chain it, or they'll use like I know in Persona, I use like mixed verb, and you can basically take the sound and you can just put it on different frequencies. But that itself actually cuts it off, so you can still keep the full sound. You know, you're not distorting it either. I just got an 808 and a sub. That's hard. You know what I'm saying?
See how it just came straight in without any of the mess?
Yep.
That's basically how I lay my bass lines down and keep my 808s in pocket and in key with the rest of my track.
Okay. Well, you know what I gotta say, man. That's a really cool video, and that's like, this video is more of like on a technical aspect. If you know what I'm saying. This is more of a video for more like producers that are into the technical side, really just looking at like the smaller things. You know, it's the small details that'll really make your beat stand out from the rest. You know what I'm saying? If you take your beat to a studio and there's other producers there, and your junk just sounds so, your beat sounds so clean, and it's just, you know, it's so smooth. Like one guy can sample a beat and another guy can sample a beat, but if the sample doesn't sound smooth or it's not flowing right and it sounds all messed up, then you got another guy who's coming in and it's clean, it's professional, he works fast, he can explain it, you can really dissect it down. I mean, that's how you take it to the top right there. That's how you diversify it. Even if the one guy whose stuff is all over the place, his beat may be better, it's not producers. There's beat makers and then there's producers. Producers know the true instruments. They know the true instrumentation. They know the layering. They know how to make sure things are in the right pockets, make sure it's in the right key. So you don't want to just be a beat maker. You want to be a producer, man. So make sure y'all really getting y'all producer bag, man. Go get this money. Producers, get y'all money. You know what I'm saying? We are out here together, man. Go get it. Get grinding, keep getting on your grind. If you ain't make a beat today, you messed up. Get on your grind. That goes for me as well. Make sure y'all follow me. You know, it's below. Make sure y'all follow me below. It's on this side, my fault. You know, at DeezyOnThaTrack online on Instagram. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Comment what video I should watch next or what y'all want to see me react to next. It's been a while since I recorded a video on here because I just moved into my new apartment. So finally back at it again, man. So get ready for the flood. Get your merch on Teespring, link below. Help support your boy DeezyOnThaTrack merchandise, official merchandise, and more beats on the way and more reactions on the way. So thank you for tuning in once again to the Detroit Producer React series, and this time featuring Metro Boomin. Hope you guys have a great and blessed day, man, and stay tuned for more.